Hello, YouTube friends and family. Welcome to another edition of Crystal Ball College Football. I kind of go into more detail in the video, but I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for tapping on the video. I greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I truly mean that. Let me know if there's any games you want to specifically go into detail for the next week. We have a lot of great games coming up this next Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If there's any of the games you want to go into detail, comment down below and let me know. Let me know your thoughts, score predictions, game predictions, all that. Let me know what you want to see. Otherwise, like, subscribe, ring that bell so you know when I go live, which is typically Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I greatly appreciate all of you, and I hope you guys have a great day. And as always, love you all. Peace. So a bit of a shocking weekend, and I really don't know how to take what happened because EA said that Florida State was going to win. They lost. New Mexico won, but they lost. And then they got the next two right. SMU did win, and Hawaii did win. So with that being said, they went 2 for 2. Or 2 and 2. Not 2 for 2. 2 and 2. And I just don't know. I don't know. I guess we just just wait and see what happens. But I'm intrigued I'm more intrigued now to see where the game ranks Florida State versus where they rank them in real life after this loss. That's where I'm really intrigued in seeing what will happen. Because truthfully, I think that they should fall out of the top 25. I mean, I don't even know what Georgia Tech is technically ranked nationally, but they looked horrendous, and there was some gaping holes for that running back to run through. I mean, huge. Don't get me wrong, that quarterback, these two games right here, I watched those two games. The final drives for the winning team were perfect. Georgia Tech went on like a 5-minute drive. 5 minutes. Something like that. They were killing the clock, and they ended up kicking a field goal last second. I believe it was. I think so. Yeah. And then Yep. Okay. I got it. Georgia Tech was killing clock. They had 5 seconds left. They kicked the field goal and they won, and the time ran out. They couldn't stop them. I didn't like how Florida State originally started their timeout scheme because I like taking them first down, second down, third down because it gives your defense a break. It gives your defense time to readjust, and it gives you time to think about what they might do, whatever. But instead, they held on to it after a first down. The time was ticking down, and then they started calling their timeouts. Granted, they didn't stop them, so I mean, who knows what would happen? But I just didn't like how Florida State started to scheme up the last 2 minutes, but they weren't really stopping them anyway. So who knows? This game, I was really, really impressed by the quarterback from Montana State. Holy cow. That last drive, he had so much poise and so much composure that I knew they were going to win. He was getting the ball out quick. There was one throw to his left. He got it out. The pocket was kind of closing in on him. He got it out quick, and then the throw was down and away. So the only person who could catch it was the receiver, and it ended up incomplete. That drive for him was insane. That comeback for them was insane. But that quarterback led that offense to an unbelievable accomplishment. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. He had so much poise and so much composure in that instance that it just I was impressed, to be honest. I didn't really watch SMU Nevada, but I was hoping Nevada would win because 0-4 would be hilarious. And Hawaii won by big. So, but the funny thing was, the game had Florida State winning by 8, and they had New Mexico winning. I think it was 21-14, but I don't remember that one. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember now. So we did a couple different variations of what was going to happen. I don't remember, but all in all, they went 2-2. Record wise, I mean, I guess 50% is okay for a game who can't really predict how well players in real life are going to react. Because I mean, how are you going to predict that Florida State, maybe they were sleep deprived? I don't know. I don't know. You can't really predict that in a video game. But still, they hammered and they really pinpointed realism, and they more so pinpointed that to game atmosphere. But still, they preach to us that they have it dialed in, and they have these players dialed in. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. So with that being said, that's our recap. Only 4 games. Next weekend is going to be crazy. Lots of games. So let's go. I've already forced one. Georgia Tech, the FCS Northwest, which is Montana State, SMU, and then Hawaii. I've already forced one. I made a new dynasty, force one them, so that we can see what the next week kind of holds, what it looks like, or at least for those 4 games, 8 teams. So now we're going to go, and we're not doing any recruiting, none of that. And I changed the name up there to be Week 1 Sim. This is officially leading up to Week 1 Sim, which I guess we could do that now, but I'd rather do it closer to leading up to it. I'd rather do a Dan. All right, so let's go to... Actually, let's see what the scores were for Week 0. Do they still have Florida State as 11? That can't be right. 31-17, 35-21, 48, 45. The scores aren't really, which you can't really go by scores. I'm not going to go by scores, but I was just intrigued. But do they really still have Florida State as number 11? That's wild to me. Seriously? What's Georgia Tech? Unranked. Interesting. Okay. I'm a little disappointed with that, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. They better get a win on Boston College. Maybe it isn't as quick as in real life because rankings technically come out like Monday, isn't it? Monday? I don't know. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll drop down later on. We'll see. That's something we got to keep an eye on, is rankings and how well they affect them and how well they go by them. So thank you very much. That is our recap of Week 0. Ladies and gentlemen, Week 0 recap. It was a great weekend. I loved it for Georgia Tech. Loved that win for them. Great accomplishment. And that coach is an insane coach. I'm a little nervous about Notre Dame facing them because they are great against ranked opponents. I think we can handle them. I truly believe Florida State played more down to Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech bringing their talent and playing up to Florida State and just being a really solid team. And nothing against Georgia Tech. I think obviously they were good enough to beat number 10 in the country. But still, I just think that quarterback took a lot of hits. And for Georgia Tech fans, that's what I'm most worried about, is he will get injured like Week 4. Because that was a lot of hits. That was a lot. That was hard on him. I mean, they can't expect him to do that all season. He's never going to make it that way. I mean, maybe he's tough as nails and he can, but he's not gonna stay 100% healthy and take those hits and all seasonal. It's not gonna happen. So most of their success came from their quarterback. I'd say 20% of it came from his legs. I'd say another like 35. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that, but like 20% of it came from his legs. The rest of it came from his arms and their run game. Just they had some good runs. They had some good runs for sure. So, but that's my 2 cents. You can take it. You can throw it on the ground. Whatever you want to do. So, thank you. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to see anybody specific. We'll see you in the next one.